My pick for fight of the night is the next one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll take that back. Maybe it probably would be this one.
There is another one as well, because the Erosa-Peterson one could really be a fight of the night. My concern with the Miles Johns-Castaneda fight is that it might end up being a performance of the night, because I don't think it's going to last very long.
Right, okay.
I think it's going to be... Well, I mean, I say that, but then Miles Johns he's a late finisher.
Yeah, that was one thing... that he seems to maintain power right until the end of his fights.
Yeah, that surprises me, because he doesn't look like he would, especially with the way he defends takedowns. Like, his scrambles and takedown defense is fucking really good, but then, like you said, he maintains power into the later rounds.
He reminds me a bit of a mini Yoel Romero.
Does
Miles
he?
Johns.
Yeah, okay.
Because he has that, like... You know that, like, dip
down? The big dip. The big level change dip.
He does that.
Okay, then. So we'll play MMA Love Child again for this week. So I'll say that Miles Johns is the MMA Love Child of Yoel Romero and Ilia Latifi. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
No, I was really impressed with Miles Johns and his late finishing, his power punching, and the angles that he comes at as well. And what was it? Body shot, overhand right.
Was that...
Who was it? Tell me.
That was not Natividad.
It was Anderson de Santos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Natividad was the uppercut.
Yeah, I like
which was
off the clinch.
Yeah.
They were coming off the fence. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. I really like this guy. I'm a big fan of Miles Johns. I think he's a real problem for anybody in this division. He's got a good team. He's at Fortis MMA. He's very, very bouncy and elastic, very springy, very powerful. As you said, he carries his power into the later rounds. Good takedown defense. He's only 27 as well. Let me see what the stats say about this one. Because on the flip side, John Castaneda is coming off that massive win over Eddie Wineland.
Yeah.
Which was...
I thought he looked...
beautiful.
I thought he looked great in that fight. Like a lot, really good movement, good boxing, like slipping off and hitting Wineland on his way out.
Yeah.
And then once he hit Wineland and hurt him, it was just like a barrage of like really accurate punches as well.
Yeah. And the one he caught him with was like a sweeping shot as well, wasn't it? Like he stepped across and dragged it.
Yeah. And it was like,
yeah. And Wineland was like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good win. I have a lot of respect for Eddie Wineland and anybody that can get a win like that over him. I think this kid's good. I think Castaneda's good. I'm a big fan of Miles Johns just purely for I think the potential that he's got at 12-1. In Castaneda's a bit further down the river at 18-5. So Miles Johns has a 1-inch reach advantage, but Castaneda has a 5-inch. Sorry. Miles Johns has a 1-inch height advantage. Castaneda has a 5-inch reach advantage. So those long swiping shots that he has, Miles Johns is much better closed in. But as we were talking about with his takedown offense, it's 92% takedown offense. So although there are submissions on John Castaneda's record, I think it's going to be difficult for him to get Miles Johns to the floor unless he punches him there.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually picked Castaneda on this one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because he is a very, very good fighter.
Yeah.
And he has got more experience. It makes sense to go with him.
Yeah. I think because I do like Miles John. It was a tough one to pick, this one. Because I could see like multiple ways for both of them to win. But
that's why this one's going to be a bonus win.
Yeah. I just think Castaneda's just a bit slicker in the striking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if it does stay standing, he's much better at slipping and moving out of the way of shots. And if Miles John's coming with big overhands, he might slip out of the way or roll and catch him. That's how I saw it anyway.
Yeah, I could see that. So that's two ways of looking at Miles John's finishing statistics, because he's a late finisher. Which means the positive is he carries his power into the third round. The negative is he's not putting people out in the first, and Castaneda is. And then, if it does go into the later rounds, he's also got submissions as well. I mean, his last fight before he came into the UFC was an arm triangle in the third round against Marcelo Rojo, who's now on the UFC roster.
Yeah.
So, I genuinely feel like someone's getting a 50k bonus here. I genuinely do think that. I mean, it is a coin toss. I could go with Castaneda as well, but I am going to stick with my pick, Miles Johns. Yeah. And you know, and again, you know, it's Southpaw v Orthodox, and with the kicks that we saw Miles Johns use against Dos Santos, now that's an inside low kick, which would then change the balance, and it would change the application of the power of the punches of Castaneda. So even if he has got the longer reach and he starts to sweep, if Miles Johns is chopping into that lead leg, it's gonna cause him problems. Hell of a fight that one is.
Yeah.
That's really good matchmaking.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to see either guy take a loss, but you know, that's how it goes.